This is Close Combat Panthers in the Fog. You're watching episode 26 of the Axis campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We'll move on to our second battle of the 1000 phase. We're in Mesnil-Adelee with Panzer Grenadier Regiment 2 taking on 30th Division. We should be able to disband these guys and move through this battlefield. Muppet Battlegroup is back. We have 4 Panzer IVs and a full infantry platoon with most of a second infantry platoon. We're going to be set up pretty well here as long as they don't bring too much armor that we start losing tanks like crazy again. And they must have switched battle groups. We must have fought the other battle group before because they have 1 infantry platoon, 2 infantry squads, no armor, but they are bringing 2 bazookas and a medium AT gun, so I got to stay back and watch out for those threats. So they don't have any armor, but I do worry about that AT gun. So on the northwest corner, I've got Rizzo and Gonzo. That's just a little bit of infantry support. I doubt they'll push west. They haven't really tried to do that, but I've got them there just to be safe. Then I have Swedish Chef and Statler. They're pulled way back to the west compared to where I usually have them. And I'm just hoping that that limits angles from their AT gun. And if we spot it, then I can maneuver appropriately to either target it or avoid it. South Central, those guys see probably the big push of the action, I would say. So I've got infantry in the multi-story buildings and then infantry staged behind them in a multi-story building. Waldorf and Camilla are both facing west and east respectively. They're fully hidden behind the building so they don't just get popped. Camilla has a small risk to the northeast. If you look, there's a little bit of place they could spawn if they were near the front, but I don't expect to see an AT gun just sitting out in the open like that, so I don't think that's a huge problem for us. Beyond that, all the way to the east, I have Animal and Pepe. They do like to use that eastern field. They haven't really pushed hard for that flag. I'm not saying that they won't this time, but I went ahead and put a couple units there, and I think that those 2 teams can defend it, and I can move Camilla out if I need to. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew didn't really have a place. They're in the steeple. It's a multi-story, I think 3-story steeple, and they can see to the north. The only other option is I could drag them over there with Animal and Pepe. I just don't know that it's worth it because there's not a lot of places to put them where they could fight, and they'll just be an extra body in the back of the building. So I think we're going to roll like this. All right, AT gun identified. Uh-oh. Does somebody see it? No. Okay. I am going to go ahead and move up with Swedish Chef and Statler. That is a lot of infantry. Now, I don't want that AT gun to be able to open up on me. If the infantry pulls west, I would probably risk Animal, but I don't want to just start shooting and have all the infantry return fire as well. We also don't have any mortars with us, so we are just relying on what the tanks can do. Oh, maybe it's a 5-story. I thought it was a 3. Might be 5 stories. So the trees do block the view there. Armor's getting a little bit of support. Looks like we are still secure from the AT gun. Yeah. Now, I don't know if the infantry is going to get close over here. We're probably not at risk if we open up with this infantry. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. We actually do have mortars. Send it. Swedish Chef can't reach the destination. I wonder if it was too close to this dead tank. Maybe should have just called the mortar in right here and hoped to get the AT gun. But my thought was get anybody moving west so I can get the tanks lined up right here. Now, it says the infantry can hit that. One team can't, I guess Miss Piggy maybe can't see it. Let's move Miss Piggy up to that corner. And we'll open up on the rifle there. We're going to assume the bazookas have 80 to 100 meter range. So this hedgerow is about as close as I can get, assuming that they're not just like already crossed over. AT gun can't see. Okay. They are pushing here. Pepe wiped them out. I would like Animal not to open up because then the AT gun will engage. Yeah, they want the ceasefire already. I don't know if this line of sight will be an issue for us. Pepe can just stay on defend. I don't think they can do anything to help, but we'll leave him on defend because I don't think the AT gun can hit him. Camilla is coming in as fast as we can, as fast as a chicken moves. All right, they have a lot of cover from the dead vehicles. I definitely would have targeted the running guy. We got heavy machine gun fire just laying down everybody. Everybody moved up, too, to this little finger in the building. Can you guys hit that guy? Nope. All right, just go to defend. In fact, I think let's go Waldorf this way. I want to just go this way, but that does open me up to the AT gun a little bit more. So we're going to avoid that. And if the AT gun pivots, I think that's just the cue to open up with Animal. Statler can't see. We could, I don't know, we could come down and go over, but that might be where we have the issue there. I don't know if I want to try and cross the hedges and risk getting stuck. It's a small hedgerow. There's a bazooka firing. Get back. We are not going to accept a ceasefire because these guys can absolutely be killed. Do I risk it? All right, Camilla, keep moving. Statler is trying their maneuver, but I don't think these are going to be able to coordinate whatsoever. Kind of interesting where they're going to try and make the crossing instead of just crossing. There we go. Engage that BAR. Never mind. Okay, so battle ended because the Allied force was routed. Now, the Allied force was unable to retreat, and they were forced to disband. So we're looking pretty good. It doesn't say anything about the reserve battle group, so I'm not sure if we're still going to have them present. If we do, we can probably beat them as well, but I would have liked to clear this map fully. We did kill 19. We wounded 27. We took 0 casualties. That was the opposite of the way this battle went in the last go. So very successful, very clean, very just low risk. It also helps when they don't have like 20 vehicles on the map. Obviously, like that's kind of just a problem, but it was still a much cleaner, more controlled battle. Kermit has no kills. Miss Piggy has 11 kills. Fozzie has no kills. Beaker has 5 kills. Rolf has 1 kill. Scooter has no kills. Sam Eagle has no kills. Gonzo has no kills. Rizzo has no kills. Animal has no kills. Pepe has 5 kills. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew has no kills. Swedish Chef has 9 kills. Statler has 3 kills. Waldorf has 6 kills. And Camilla has 1 kill. All right, first platoon leader's wiped out. BAR is wiped out. Rifle is wiped out. BAR is almost, wiped out. This rifle survived. BAR wiped out. Rifle wiped out. BAR wiped out. Rifle wiped out. Okay, so no wonder they surrendered. They really had like 3, 4, 5. They had like 6 infantrymen. And then this bazooka team did survive. This bazooka team did survive. And the AT gun survived. But 6 infantrymen against all of ours, they were never going to win that, even with those bazookas and the AT gun. Well, this definitely felt like the most successful battle we've had in a little while. So I want to keep what I did here and take it to the next map, whatever that may be. I know they didn't have armor, and that played a big role in the lethality that they were able to deal to my men, but that strategy of trying to play a little bit more passive and just taking the kills that I can get, I could learn from. Now, that all changes when all the tanks show up, but maybe I can extrapolate some of this into that and make a little bit more progress with taking out their 7 tanks when I only have 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and if you did, go ahead and like the video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to help support the channel, and you can support me as a content creator by becoming a channel member. Also, it's Amazon Prime Day, so if you're looking for anything new that's maybe tech related, I've got a couple links down below. Go ahead and check those out. One of them is for the SteelSeries Apex Pro keyboard, and the other is for the Samsung 990 SSD NVMe drive. This one's specifically for a 4 terabyte. I love the drive. It's super awesome. I had to replace one of my drives, so I bought 2 of these. And lightning fast, 4 terabytes of space. They are just phenomenal. Regular $330 US, on sale for $227. So, killer deal. If you click those links, I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you any extra. Just a little way you could help out if it's something you're in the market for. Give it a thought. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.